So, you wake up in the morning with your wounds taken care of. Well, you rested a bit more, so you spent all your hit dice, right? So you have like...
I have 1.5, but I'm at full health. So...
That's right. Yeah, you have 1.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you gain for the rest. And you wake up in the morning all, feeling much more rested, ready to take on Rue for what he's done to you. And I'm sure you have some sort of revenge in mind. So what do you do when you wake up in the morning?
All right, well, I took some time to really think and digest and get an idea of what I should do about this whole situation, because it's just a clusterfuck. I feel very betrayed. He's insulted my family. He's murdered a man. He assaulted me and robbed me of a belonging, of a cherished magical item that could open anything, and he wasted it away on a small box, and he trashed my brother's home and insulted him. So it's I fear for my brother's life, and I'm pretty damn pissed about this whole situation. I feel like the best option would be to help eradicate him. Well, if not, punish him. We'll figure that out down the road. Either way, something's got to happen. So I wake my brother, and I just kind of shake his shoulder.
You're not at your brother. You spent the night at an inn. Oh, no, wait. You did go back to your brother, didn't you?
No, didn't he come with me?
Did he go? Did you two go to an inn, or did you go back to his house?
Oh, maybe it was his house.
No, you went back to his house. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You helped him clean up.
Yes. Yeah. I told him it wasn't safe. Or did I? Oh man, I don't remember. Either way, let's just say either way, I meet up with him, and I'm gonna give him 5 gold, and tell him to stay in an inn for a few nights and stay hidden.
So what about my work, brother? I gotta pay for some things.
Yeah. Well, how much do you think you need? I got plenty of gold.
Well, I mean, you gave me a lot of gold.
Yeah, I gave you like 50 earlier, so
yeah.
just use that.
I mean, what's the problem?
Well, that Rue guy, the one that was talking to you, he attacked me, and now he's out there. He's out there, and he's a wanted man for killing somebody. And I feel like, he can't go through this life unpunished. You know what I mean? Like he's got to be stopped, and I fear for you. I fear he's going to come back for you or for me. I don't know this guy well enough to figure out what's going to happen next. But
starts shaking his head at you. He says, "Look at the trouble you got yourself caused in."
I know.
See, this is what Father talked about.
Hey, man. Hey, look. This is what a life of adventure entails. You got 50 gold in your pocket because of me.
Yeah, but I didn't ask for any of this. I welcome you and your friends to your house, and look at all this trouble you're causing me. You saying my life's in danger?
Well, maybe it might be. I don't know. Either I just want you to be safe, brother, okay? All right, just take the gold and stay hidden away. I got a plan, okay? You have to trust me.
Yeah, and he nods and he's like, "Well, could use a little break.
Yeah.
Take a few days off."
Yeah.
All right. You keep in contact with me. I don't know what inn I'll be staying at. How about the Red Roof Inn?
The Red Roof Inn.
Yeah, I'll be there if you're looking for me. That's where I'll be at.
Okay, good. I'll find you there, and I'll give you word of what happens.
Okay.
Stay safe.
You too.
All right, we part ways.
Yep.
Yeah. And I walk into the center of town, and I look for one of these posters that's been floating around of Rue and myself.
Yeah, you find one after looking around.
I look around, I find one.
Find one on a storefront and just take it.
Yep, just take it for myself.
Yep.
And I take a close look at it, and
you see Rue, and then you see like a mystery man in the back with your description.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I take this paper and I kind of stuff it away into my pocket, and I travel to the sketchier part of town, where all the criminals kind of run about. So I know this is a sketchy neighborhood. I know this city well enough to find these
Yeah.
Crooked kind.
You head to your local sketchy neighborhood.
All right, so I just kind of, can I roll a perception and just get an idea of who's, or just can I just walk up to somebody?
Yeah, do a perception test. See if you can just, spot a thief.
All
maybe.
right, let's see.
Spot someone weird. You actually see a really short man. Really short man. He's got a black hood on. He's actually really sticking out like a thumb. Oh. And you see him. He looks like he's picked a mark, and he's sneaking up on someone to pickpocket them.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna watch. Actually, I'm gonna follow and watch.
Okay.
Unnoticed.
Okay. Yeah. You just keep an eye on him. Yeah. He heads down. Guy just walks into an alley, and he turns the corner there, heads around. And you turn around the alley to see him try and reach for this man's. And you see him just slip his hand in real quick. You almost don't catch it. You see him slip it in and then just pull out something. You're not sure what. And then he puts it in his pocket and turns around and just walks the other way towards you.
Oh, okay. I wait for him to walk in front of me, and I tap him on the shoulder.
All right, yeah. He turns around the corner back out into the street, and you tap him on the shoulder, and he turns around and says, "Huh? What do you want?" And he's startled, and he turns around, and you can, he's kind of, you can see a blade underneath his cloak, and he's just staring up at you. He's a very short man.
Hey, don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. I'm not here to hurt you or get you in any trouble. I'm just looking for information.
Yeah. What are you looking for? I might know.
I figured you might. I lean in close and speak softly. I'm looking for the Thieves Guild.
And he laughs. There is no Thieves Guild.
Right.
It's all a bunch of rumors.
Right. Well, I have a proposition for you.
What is that?
You see this poster? And I pull out the poster and I show him.
Yes.
From what I understand, the Thieves Guild is very, very interested in this man, and I point to Rue's picture, as well as his associate.
They might be.
They might be.
If they did exist.
If they did exist, of course. Well, I have an interest in this man right here, Rue, and I'm willing to help them find him if I'm taken to them.
Look, I just don't, the Thieves Guild, if they did exist, wouldn't just take in anybody. I mean, what makes you so different from any person just looking to get in?
Well, you see this man right here? And I point to the other picture.
No.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, and he grabs the poster from your hand and reads the description and looks up at you and darts up and looks at it. And he's like, and you can see like a small bead of sweat go down like his forehead at this point, and he gets a grin and he says, "Oh, is that so? Right this way, and I can take you to someone who might be interested in seeing you." And he just says, "Just put on this blindfold. I can't let you know where we're going."
So be it.
And he hands you a dirty rag.
I take the rag, I tie it around my eyes.
And he grabs your hand and he says, "All right, come on, Grandpa. We gotta get you to the ward."
Yes.
And then he starts leading you down the street.
Very good.
And about 40 minutes pass, and from what you hear yourself going through a bunch of different alleys, and you definitely pass through the market at some point. And then what you eventually hear the sea, the docks, and all that, and he's moving very fast. It's hard for you to keep up. You keep tripping over stuff. Yep. He's just leading you very quickly. He seems very anxious to get you to where he's going. And you make it to, you hear yourself go through, you go down some stairs, go through a couple of doors, and then you hear a bunch of voices, people talking. You eventually get into a room, and the the cloth is taken off. And you're in a small, looks like a storage area, and there's all sorts of shipment crates and boxes all over the place, all different labeled with various different goods. And you see several people all standing around looking at you, all dressed in various black and brown leather Some of them have hoods. Some of them have their face covered. In fact, a majority of them do. None of them want you to see their faces. And then, except one guy, the man standing in front of you. He's very tall. He's got brown hair. He's got a scar running down his left face. And he's just standing there. He's got just what looks like leather armor on and some sailor's clothes. And he's got a long sword at his side. And he looks to you. And he says, "All right, you can get out of here." And the man who was leading you walks out behind the door and exits. And
Thank you.
You're greeted with this very tall man. Everyone's standing around you, and he says, "Well, look what we have here."
Look what we have here. Nice to meet you.
"Oh, it's great to meet you." He just starts laughing. Everyone gets a grin and starts laughing at, just you.
I heard you guys been looking for me.
Yeah, we might have. You certainly do fit the description.
Yes, I think I...
And then one of the thieves, who's masked, looks towards him and says, "Yeah, that's the guy I ran into the house with."
Oh, you're that guy? Oh, man. Those were good times, man. Good to see you. How you been?
Yeah, pretty good, until I ran into you guys.
Yeah.
Causing us all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, well...
You're gonna pay for that.
Oh.
And everyone just laughs.
Perhaps I have a bit of explaining to do. Here's the thing. Myself and my colleague were just trying to get a bit of gold for ourselves, and we didn't understand that we were on your turf. And we ran into your companion over here and had a bit of a tuss with him. It was a simple misunderstanding. However, my comrade, whose name is Rue, he kind of went off on his own accord, and from what I understand, he killed a man. Now, this does not settle well with myself, and I'm sure it doesn't settle well with all of you. Would I be right in assuming?
Yeah, and he's standing there. He's actually listening to you. Listen to you a lot. He's just happy that you're talking and actually speaking. Usually he has to start torturing people.
Oh, great. Good.
So, yeah, and he just nods and just stares. Just keeps staring deep into you.
So, this Rue, he has murdered a man, and now you're all to blame for it. It's problematic, I'd say. Now, later on in that day, he came back to me, seeking refuge. I started to panic after he informed me that he killed somebody, and he was quick to assault me and knock me out. He soon robbed me, and as soon as I awoke, I made my escape. Now, since then, he has threatened my family, and is now running around this city, hidden. This is very unsettling to me. Now I come before you, although we...
Yeah,
have a problem.
Asking for mercy. Trying to get our help, is that it? We've heard it before, boy.
Well, here's the thing. I would assume that you're having a lot of difficulty finding this man, right?
It's only been 2 days.
It's only been 2 days, yes. Well,
maybe not even.
How many of your men are strewn about these streets looking for one man? Surely you could find him with ease with your abilities, no?
So you're his partner, huh?
Not anymore.
Yeah, and he gets a grin at that, and he says, "So what can you tell me about this Rue?"
Well, I don't know if I want to tell you too much information without being guaranteed some sort of safety.
Yeah, begging for mercy, I see. Well, I gotta admit, you got balls coming here, kid.
I'd have to be either a fool or a genius. We're about to find out.
Yeah, and he starts, he's got a long beard, and he starts rubbing it. And just twirling it with his fingers and just pacing back and forth. And he says, yeah, he does this for about 30 seconds. He stops and looks at you. Says, all right. Can you give me anything else on him? Is there anyone else he's traveling with?
Yes.
Any way I can find him? How what do you know?
All right. Well, here's what I can tell you. As soon as he came to me, one of his ideas was to disguise himself. He knows that you guys know what he looks like. You guys are running around with a picture of him in your pockets. So he's not going to go running around looking the same way. He's going to change his appearance. He's going to cut his hair. He's going to put dirt all over his face. He's going to change his clothes. He's going to be very hard to find. Yeah.
All right, get on with it. We've heard this. We figured that out already.
All right. But he's traveling with another man named Davy Jones. All right, he wears a top hat, nice suit. He's a wizard. He's trying to help him and get him through the city. But he hasn't disguised himself. He knows that you're not looking for him. So if you find him, you'll find Rue. And
give me more description. I mean, just a wizard. I mean, there's wizards around the city. How does he stand out?
He's the only one, I suppose, that would be wearing a top hat. A specific suit of sorts. He almost looks like a magician. He's one of those performers, it would look like. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. All right. Write down a description of this man, right? And then he hands you paper and pen, unless you don't know how to write.
I think I know how to write.
I don't know. Do you?
I guess I don't know what kind of culture this is as far as the setting I grew up in. I guess my parents would have wanted me to know how to write, right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'd say you were educated enough. You seem like a smarter. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your intelligence?
What's my intelligence? Oh, good question. Yeah. There you go. My intelligence is
below 10.
I have an 11.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
You can read and write, I guess.
Good enough. All right, I take the pen and paper and I jot down a brief description of Davy Jones.
Yeah, cool. All right, and then he picks it up. He's like, so we're looking for a purple-robed elf traveling with this guy. And then, he just, he's like, all right, get the word out. We're looking for this man now. He can lead us to him. And you're going to help us draw him out.
Of course.
I mean, you could come in handy.
All I ask is... go ahead.
No, what was it? He looks agitated.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Well, here's the thing. I prefer them not to recognize me. I'd prefer to remain disguised amongst your ranks. The less they know of my involvement, the easier it is to find them. Otherwise, they'll catch onto the trail and they'll run off. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's nodding, listening to you.
So I have one more piece of information that can help find him and draw him out.
What?
There's a woman in this city that he's pining for. He's deeply, pretty much obsessively in love with this woman who he barely knows. But if we were to somehow use her as bait in some way, perhaps if we...
You know where she lives?
Do I know where she lives?
You don't.
I know what she looks like.
Did you see her?
I don't. Yeah. I was there when she attacked the guy.
Give me a description of her. It doesn't help if we don't know where she lives. Oh, shit. You know where she lives.
I know where she lives. I delivered the flowers.
Oh, shit.
I could take you to her manor, and we could perhaps scout around there to see if perhaps that's where he's hanging out. Unless there's some other way you think she could be of use to us to find him.
Yeah, and he nods, and he's like, all right. We're going to keep a real close eye on you. I don't want you getting away after you get your revenge or whatever it is you're looking for here. And he's looking really intently and seriously at you. You're going to show us where this place is. Have a couple of scouts lead with you. Some guys that can watch over it. Mm-hmm. So, all right, he says, all right. And then he yells to behind you and says, Seaman, take him along. And then you turn around and you see one man, and he's unmasked, and he's sitting in the back. He's got a brown complete leather outfit on. It's very skin tight. He's a very tall, lanky man. He's bald. He's in the corner, and he's chewing on a toothpick. And he looks up and he says, "Really got to take this scum with me?" He says, "Yeah, take him along. Bring the scouts. Get the house, and go look for this Davy Jones." He says, "All right." And then he bites off a piece of the toothpick and chews on it and spits it out and continues chewing on this thing and walks up to you. He's probably a bit taller than you. How tall are you?
Exactly.
Like 6 foot, right?
Yeah, I'm. I don't think I wrote down a height anywhere. But yeah, I'm only like 6 foot. I'm not that tall of a guy.
Yeah, he's like 6'3" or something. He's a pretty tall, really lanky, skinny guy. He's got golden, like hazel eyes, and he looks into you and says, he's got a long, kind of pointy, like you almost goblin or like witch nose going on too.
All right.
Yeah. And he looks at you and says, "All right, let's go." And then he says, "Here," and he hands you a bandana, and he says, "Blind yourself."
Perhaps I could change into another outfit before we leave?
He says, "Yeah, I got something for you. Just put this on."
Okay, and I put it on.
You blind yourself with it?
Yep.
Yep. All right.
And then he punches me right in the face, and I'm like, ah! No, just kidding.
He leads you out into the town, and you blind out, and then you just hear the docks again. And eventually, when you get to, you hear the markets again. He takes the blindfold off, and he says, "All right, Grandpa." He chuckled. "Where's this girl's house?"
Here, follow me. I'll lead the way.
Yeah. You lead him along. You travel around takes you a while to remember, maybe another 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. Been out and about probably 3 hours now, so just for time scale.
Do I have a different outfit on yet, or was I able to kind of disguise myself a little bit?
Yeah, once you guys, before you guys head out, when he takes off the blindfold and he takes you down another alley and
just throws a sack at me. It's like, "Yeah, judge it or this."
Yeah, he throws a sack at you, and it's filled with some black clothing, similar to the one that the assassins were wearing. In fact, it's covered in blood, and you see dry blood stains on it.
Oh, shit.
All over it, some holes in them. Yeah,
oh, okay.
They look used.
Ooh, all right. Well, that'll do.
Yeah, and it's just a set of it's like a cloak, hood, mask, with that some black leather armor, stuff like this sneaky gear,
Cool. Mm-hmm. All right then, very good. All right, so I'm in my new outfit, got my little hood up and cloaked up and all ready to go, and I'm ready to walk about the town and lead him straight to the manor.
Yeah, you lead him to the manor, and you guys get there. You point it out, and then he just keeps walking along once you point it out and find it, and he nods to the two people that were following you, and they stay behind, walk off another alley, and then he starts walking ahead, expecting you to follow.
Oh, I follow behind.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going?
To look for Davy Jones. Then he takes a bite into a piece of bread he's got.
I gotta ask, how well do you hold up in a fight? These two men are fairly dangerous and pretty powerful, to be honest. So we might be in trouble when we run into them.
He laughs. "I've dealt with wizards before. They're real squishy when you get them."
Oh, God. All right. Well,
and what's this guy? Some crazy man with a dog that's all hunting here?
Yeah, some kind of monster hunter adventure type. I don't know. He seems to be running around looking for specific creatures to kill. I don't know much about him. It's part of the reason I don't.
Killed plenty of them too. He takes another bite into his bread.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
My question is, how well do you hold up in a fight? Why weren't you out there getting them yourself, looking for this revenge?
Well, you guys have more eyes. I'm only one man. They're two. So, Davey, I don't know. I worry for Davey. He and I have traveled a lot together. I think he just doesn't understand what's happening. But Rue, he can't get away with what he's done.
Neither can you. Let me tell you, you turn on me, you run, you're dead.
I got your back, man. I'm one of the best archers in this city.
Yeah, and he chuckles to that and leads you down another alleyway.
All right.
As you guys continue to walk around, and he keeps asking you questions. Where do you think he's staying? Where would he be? Where would he hide out? And, he keeps trying to pry for more information about Rue.
All right. I answer to the best of my ability. I mean, I only know so much. I've told almost everything I know.
Yeah. He seems like...
Oh.
He just, it's a... What do you... Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask, what's your name, friend?
Just call me Jack.
Jack. All right.
What's your name?
My name's Vlad.
Vlad?
Yeah, Vlad.
Got a last name?
Well, I don't know. You're part of the Thieves Guild. I don't know if I need to tell you too much about myself. You know what I mean?
He scoffs. I ain't no thief.
Oh. Why do you run around with these type then?
They pay me the most.
Oh. Why would they pay you so much instead of just sticking with their own men? What makes you so special?
They're a little too soft. You know, they'll steal your purse and rob you blind, leave you with nothing, but they don't have the balls to kill a man.
They must want this Rue person pretty badly then.
Exactly.
But you and me, we're gonna find him.
Oh, I'm gonna find him.
With my help.
You just tell me when you see him.